Friend, today we have to discuss the classification of substation. In that first one, we have to discuss the major tasks of the substation. The substation, it serves as a protection hub of the transmission system. It maintains the frequency of the system confined in the target limits and has to deal with the load shedding. It controls the exchange of electrical energy and as well as it controls the energy to the consumers as well as between the generating station. It is ensuring transient stability along with the steady state stability of the system. It delivers the sufficient line capacity, hence securing the supply. It helps in reducing the flow of reactive power and hence gaining voltage control will be occurs. Through the line carrier, it performs the data transmission to ensure the monitoring of network, protection and control. It helps in fault analysis, pinning causes for a failure, hence improving the performance of the electrical network. It ensures a reliable supply through the feeding network at numerous points. It assists in determining energy transfer with the help of transmission line. These are the major tasks of the substations. Because of that, it carries more important role in the transmission and distribution of power. Then we have to discuss or we have to see the various symbols as used to draw the single line diagram of the power system. First one is the bus bar, it is a horizontal line. Then a single break isolating switch, we have to show the symbol, air blast circuit breaker. Then lightning arrestor, we have to show the symbol. Then double break isolating switch. Then the next symbol is a on load isolating switch with earth blade. Then current transformer, it is connected in series with the line. Then lightning arrestor, it is one type of all type of lightning arrestor we have to shown here. Then next one is the symbol for potential transformer, it is connected to the parallel to the supply. Then capacity voltage transformer, then three phase transformer, overcurrent relay. Then next one is the oil circuit breaker, then air circuit breaker with overcurrent tripping device we have to shown here, then earth fault relay. These are the different types of symbols are used or very important during drawing a single line diagram of the electrical substation. We have to discuss the single line diagram of electrical substation. Then first one is the incoming or power feeder connection of 33 kV incoming line. Then power transformer connection via lightning arrestor and bus bar. Then voltage transformer connection for controlling and metering purpose we have to use. Then outgoing feeder for feeding the other subsequent substation or switch gas. Then circuit breakers and isolators between the incoming and outgoing lines are we have to shown here. On the incoming 33 kV feeder line side, the transformer is connected to the bus bar and the lightning or surge arrestor are connected as a phase to the ground as the initial connection equipment. A circuit breaker is connected between the 11 kV bus bar and each incoming and outgoing circuit with the support of the isolator being provided on each side of the circuit breaker. To see the different substation layout, in that first one is the single bus bar substation. It is the simplest and has easy of operation and maintenance. This design has minimum relevance over signalizing for necessary protection of its operation. Furthermore, there is a facility for supporting economical operation of feeder base, and we have shown the layout of that single bus bar substation. Main characteristic of single bus bar substation are follows. There is a circuit breaker for protection of each circuit, hence there is no loss of supply in outages. In case of fault on the transformer of a feeder, circuit breaker results in a loss of feeder or transformer circuits, which is restored after the isolation of fault on the circuit breaker. The next one is the loss of circuit is involved in the maintenance of the circuit breaker of the transformer of the feeder. There are bypass isolators or mid circuit isolators and bus bar, hence allowing the maintenance of circuit breaker without any loss to the circuit. The next one is the any fault in the bus bar is causing a loss of transformer or feeder, hence maintenance of bus bar will result in an outage of two circuits. Next layout is a mesh bus bar substation is a complex design and has a few technologies involved in its operation and maintenance. And we have shown the schematic diagram of the mesh bus bar substation here. There are different characteristics of the mesh bus bars are present. There is a requirement of two circuit breakers for disconnecting or connecting of a circuit, and disconnection is also requiring open up of mesh. The next characteristic is there is an option of maintenance of circuit breaker without loss of supply. Then one circuit breaker loss occurs when bus bar is fault, while fault in the circuit breaker involves the loss of two circuits. The next one is the 1.5 circuit breaker substation. We have to show the layout of 1.5 circuit breaker substation here. It is not common because of its high cost and complex technologies involved in its operation and maintenance. Then there will be a different characteristics of the 1.5 circuit breaker layout. High security is involved alongside the loss of supply. There is a possibility of operating only one pair of circuits and a pair of circuits or a group of circuits. The circuit breakers are having complex arrangement and higher costs are involved. See friend, in this video we have to see what are the major tasks or importance of the substation, what are the different types of symbols we have to use, and what is the single line diagram of electrical substation, and what are the different distribution substations we have to use for the distribution of energy or power. Thank you friends. Thank you.